All right, welcome back TNT. Yes, different kind of Friday here this morning on A Cup of Joe. It's Foodie Friday, but stay tuned because we're going on the road for our Foodie Friday road show in just a bit. But before that, let's start the show with our usual Share a Cup segment. And I'm sharing a cup with a buddy of mine that I got to know last season on the show, Conrad Parris, local actor. He's now taken his skills to an entirely different level. He is playing the character Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Lucky him.
Good morning, Conrad.
Good morning, Joel.
Having your tea?
Yes, having my tea, and I'm jealous that I did not get included on the Foodie Road Show.
Yes. Unfortunately, we shot it at a different time, so you weren't there.
Thanks, huh?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Next time. We'll make up. So, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
The play is on this weekend.
Yes, it's on this weekend.
It's Mahalia. Before we talk about you as Dr. Martin Luther King, because that, I'm sure, was quite an intimidating role.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but before we talk about it, tell people, Mahalia, for folks, in terms of the storyline, what is the storyline depicting?
It is depicting the life of Mahalia Jackson, the famous gospel singer, the queen of gospel music. Right. From her very humble beginnings in Pinchington, Louisiana, Pinchington, New Orleans, yes, in 1927, thereabouts. You know, from her being a teenage girl, you know, being influenced by the likes of Bessie Smith and the ragtime jazz that was taking place around then. But, you know, her aunt with whom she was staying, you know, had influenced her to, you know, stay away from that and, you know, stick to the music of the church, stick to the church, stick to the rock. And she does that even though she goes to Chicago and, you know, in pursuit of her becoming a nurse, you know, she ends up being a minister in song, and she grows into that. And as she grows into that, she crosses paths with Dr. Martin Luther King and the civil rights movement of the 50s and 60s. And she becomes very much involved in that, and she and Dr. King actually become very good friends.
Intimate?
No.
No, just very good friends.
Yes, just very good friends.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And well, we see time pass until her death at age 60.
Right. So it encapsulates her entire life.
Yes.
Basically. Wow. Wow. So the storyline back then, I mean, where did we have local writers that put that together, or is it a storyline that existed?
Yes,
yeah?
this play is written by Tom Stoles,
right,
and it's being produced by JCS Entertainment,
right,
with special arrangements with the Samuel French Company, who pretty much distributes these plays,
right? Yeah.
Right, these foreign plays. This is an American play,
an American version.
And well, as a result of that, we total Trinidadian cast is doing this American play as Americans, you know, the whole 9 yards.
So you're speaking in full American accent.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me now about you as Dr. Martin Luther King. That in terms of your preparation for that role.
Well, I had started the minute that John Smith, the executive producer, approached me. He approached me via Facebook. I'll always remember this for as long as I live. You know, he decided, we had read some other pieces before, because, you know, he was trying to decide what piece he was going to do this year. You know, he'd done Sound of Music in 2012. He did The King and I in 2013. He did Jesus Christ Superstar in 2014, and also Encore. And he was trying to figure out, well, okay, what am I going to do for 2015? And then he came across Mahalia, and he sent me a message, and the end of the message said, "Please have the dream." And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
That's the hint. That was the hint.
Yeah, that was the hint.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess I'll do it. And, you know, I read it. I got familiar with this play, and immediately I started to immerse myself as much as I can, trying to find out as much as I can about Dr. King and, you know, his life and you know, there are a whole bunch of interesting things that we don't necessarily get to play within the piece, because of course this is about Mahalia, primarily.
Dr. Martin Luther King is not the star of the play.
No, he's not. He's not. But you know, for my own personal edification, you know, I learned about him as much as I could.
Yes.
And you know, a very interesting man who had done amazing things. You know, he was actually a bit of a prodigy.
Yes.
You know, having, you know, I think he went to college at 13 or something like that. You know, a whole bunch of things that I didn't know. I don't know if the world knows about this, but you know, he'd done a lot of prodigious work, and he'd had some very interesting relationships, and he had learned a lot. You know, and it shaped him into the man that we know him to be.
Did you get to execute that line, that famous speech Dr. King did you get, was that part of the script?
Yes, it is a part of it. It is a part of the speech. Edited, abridged, but it is definitely kind of a centerpiece of the show.
Give me a voice.
No.
Come on.
No. If you're going to hear the voice, you have to come to the show. I am not doing it on television.
You do it. You come back next season and do it for folks who may not have gotten the opportunity.
No. By then,
how long the play is running?
It's running forever. But we're running this weekend at the Little Carib Theatre.
Right.
That's from Thursday 7th to 10th. Well, we started last night. And we had a wonderful show and a great turnout, and we hope that you all could come and have a good weekend, give us a good weekend, and yourself a good weekend.
It's Mother's Day weekend.
Mother's Day present.
Mother's Day weekend,
Wink,
wink. All right, cool. And you're saying after this, I suppose you're going to be making the wrongs going up south. And
we certainly hope so.
Yeah?
We certainly hope so.
Yeah. All right, Conrad, stay with us. It's Foodie Friday, so, I mean, even though you're not getting the opportunity to eat with us, because unfortunately we hit the road on this particular...
sacrilege.
Conrad Parris, he is playing the role of Dr. Martin Luther King in a very, very interesting play that's on this weekend at not the Central Bank,
the Little
Carib Theatre, sorry, and he will be on and featuring in that play that's coming up this weekend. Go on out and support. We'll be right back. More with Conrad Parris when we come back.